Commanders lose two-time Super Bowl champion to torn ACL. Lucas Nyong, who signed with the Commanders from the Chiefs in free agency, tore his ACL in Washington's preseason opener. The Washington Commanders' offensive line has lost a player since their preseason opener loss to the New England Patriots. 2 days after the loss, head coach Dan Quinn confirmed that former Kansas City Chiefs starter Lucas Nyong suffered a serious injury during the game and will miss the entire 2025 season. Nyong's injury has been confirmed as a torn ACL. Quinn told reporters on Sunday, "The injury will sideline the 26-year-old, a former third-round draft pick, for the rest of the year." Nyong signed with the Commanders as a free agent after 4 years with the Kansas City Chiefs. After opting out of the 2020 season due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Nyong started 9 games in 2021 and appeared in 33 contests with the team. Although not expected to start, Nyong was expected to provide depth for the Commanders at tackle. Washington is on the verge of being sidelined after trading for Laramie Tunsil and drafting Josh Connolly Jr., but Nyong would likely be a primary backup and part of Quinn's rotation. Nyong's injury opens up another roster spot for Bobby Hart, Tyre Phillips, and Foster Sarell. Hart and Phillips previously played under offensive line coach Bobby Johnson with the New York Giants. Lucas Nyong's injury exacerbates Commanders' health issues. Nyong's devastating injury makes him the second key player the Commanders have lost from the offensive line. Washington had already placed veteran Nate Herbig on the retired list after he surprisingly decided to end his career just months after signing with the team as a free agent. Injuries continue to be a problem for the Commanders, particularly on the offensive line. Washington remains without starters Sam Cosmi and Brandon Coleman due to injuries. Cosmi continues to recover from a knee injury, but is targeting a Week 1 return, while Coleman has recently begun missing practice due to a leg injury. Washington also continues to practice without backup quarterback Marcus Mariota and starting wideout Noah Brown. Their defense also has its issues, but the Commanders have yet to practice with their full offensive arsenal. Report: could Colts trade veteran? Following Anthony Richardson's injury last week, the Indianapolis Colts may trade veteran tight end Mo Ali Cox before the 2025 regular season. Bleacher Report believes the Colts should trade Cox, as he could generate some legitimate interest. Richardson was the subject of trade rumors during the 2025 offseason, but after his injury, it may be difficult for the team to extract any value from the quarterback. Cox won't be the best tight end available if traded, but he could be a solid number 2 option for a team in need of depth. Originally selected as an undrafted rookie in the 2017 NFL Draft, the former VCU player has been consistent over the past 4 seasons with the team, appearing in all 17 games, which should intrigue some teams looking to trade him. Since the Colts will likely have a rebuilding roster this upcoming season, given Richardson's health issues and the recent signing of Daniel Jones, it's challenging to include them in the discussion about their postseason run. If they're facing issues before the regular season starts, the Colts will have to start from scratch. 2025 draft pick Tyler Warren is part of this new era, and that should automatically make Ali Cox expendable. Report: could Colts trade veteran Mo Ali Cox? Possible destinations: Baltimore Ravens. Fortunately, veteran tight end Mark Andrews may be able to keep his job with the Baltimore Ravens, at least until the end of his contract. Isaiah likely is recovering from an injury, which could give Andrews one last chance to retain his number 2 starting position. However, that doesn't mean he won't be in a difficult position heading into the 2025 season, so it will be interesting to see how they handle Andrews, as he has been the subject of several trade rumors this past offseason. If they release Andrews, they should invest in a safety option like Ali Cox to join the Ravens. Washington Commanders. Meanwhile, aside from tight end Zach Ertz, the Commanders lack a reliable tight end in their offense. John Bates is only useful in pass blocking and run blocking situations, but they need someone who can naturally take over when Ertz decides to retire. Ertz only has a 1-year contract, so Ali Cox could be a worthwhile option until they draft a promising tight end. The Cowboys Commanders are expected to negotiate with the $24 million pass rusher with 52 sacks in the NFC East reshuffle. The ongoing saga involving Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys has taken on new chapters and could open up a golden opportunity for the Washington Commanders in the NFC East reshuffle. Parsons, considered one of the best pass rushers in the NFL today, has 52 career sacks and is a key player in the Cowboys' defense. However, the relationship between the player and the Texas franchise has soured in recent days due to unconventional contract negotiations. According to reports, team owner Jerry Jones attempted to negotiate a multi-million-dollar contract extension directly with Parsons, completely ignoring the player's agent. This move was harshly criticized by analysts and league insiders. Reporter Jordan Schultz didn't mince words. The fact that Jerry Jones and the Cowboys believe they can negotiate a 9-figure extension with Micah Parsons without involving his agent says everything about the current state of the franchise. This entire situation is ridiculous on Dallas's side. It could and should have been avoided. But instead, the Cowboys acted with pure arrogance, foolishness, and stubbornness. The Cowboys' front office's stance ultimately led to a drastic reaction from Parsons, who publicly announced an official trade request. I still kept quiet, but after repeated criticism of myself and all the narratives, I have made the difficult decision that I no longer want to play for the Dallas Cowboys. My trade request was personally sent to Stephen Jones. Despite the pressure and negative backlash, Jerry Jones downplayed the situation, urging Cowboys fans to remain calm. Don't lose any sleep over this. That's one thing I would say to our fans. Don't lose any sleep over it. But while Dallas attempts damage control, other teams are paying close attention to the situation, and the Washington Commanders appear to be one of the most interesting candidates for the pass rusher. Analyst Mike Infante highlighted that Washington clearly needs to strengthen its pass rush and, more importantly, has the financial capacity to absorb Parsons' hefty contract, which is around $24 million annually. According to him, the Commanders project to have the 5th most salary cap space in the NFL in 2026, which would facilitate a long-term deal. It's worth noting that the team has already shown a willingness to invest heavily in the roster, trading 2026 second and 4th-round picks to acquire Laramie Tunsil from the Houston Texans. For a player of Parsons' caliber, young, dominant, and at a premium position, giving up additional draft capital could be a strategic move. If Washington's front office wants to send a clear message to the NFC East and the entire NFL, now may be the time. A bold move to bring in Micah Parsons would not only weaken a direct rival, but also cement the Commanders as one of the most feared defenses in the league.